Alright guys, welcome back to the channel where today we're talking more WWE 2K22 with today's news including details of a new arena, details of a WWE legend that's never appeared in the series signing a Nostalgia deal with WWE, a new job listing confirming WWE 2K for next gen, and then we're also looking ahead to when the January reveal could actually take place. Before we get into any of that though, if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with all the latest news on the game, please do hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out on future videos. So first up today, I want to take you back to the recent hit list trailer that was released in November, as there was a hidden arena included in the footage that I completely forgot to mention. The arena in question can be seen in the background of the MyGM menus, with this arena being the redesigned SmackDown arena that debuted with the launch of SmackDown on Fox in October of 2019. Alongside the debut on Fox, this design was also commissioned as part of SmackDown's 20th anniversary celebrations, which is why the arena features Archtrons on the stage, as this is a throwback to the original SmackDown arena featuring a set of oval rings. With the addition of this arena, this would appear to hint that we'll see at least 3 SmackDown stages featured, with this one, the Thunderdome stage seen in the original trailer, and then the most recent SmackDown arena featuring the giant Curvetron that was shown off in the hit list trailer. As for any others, there's also the possibility of the original SmackDown arena, which has been featured in the recent games in the series, as well as the potential return of the popular SmackDown Fist arena, as due to the 2K showcase being centered around Rey Mysterio, then it is highly likely that we'll see some matches from the Fist era of SmackDown. Moving on to our next topic, when you think of all the stars who've appeared in the series over the years, there's not a lot of big stars that have yet to be featured. However, one such star that we may see coming to the game in the near future is WWE Hall of Famer superstar Billy Graham. The reason I say this is that Billy Graham recently took to Facebook to announce that he had signed what he called a WWE Nostalgia contract, although he said that he couldn't share details on what the terms of the contract entailed. It's unknown if the Nostalgia contract that Billy Graham referred to is another name for the Legends contracts that WWE offer to former stars, or if this is something completely different. However, if it is the same, or at least similar, then these deals tend to include the option to appear in a future WWE video game. If superstar Billy Graham was to appear in a future WWE game, then this would be a first for the series, as Billy Graham's only video game appearances to date were in Acclaim's Legends of Wrestling series, as he's never appeared in a WWE video game. As this signing has only just taken place, then there is little to no chance that Billy Graham would be featured in 2K22, however it does open up the possibility to use him in a future game in the series, which is good news for 2K given how limited they may be going forward due to Legends signing on elsewhere, either with promotions like AEW or Impact Wrestling, not to mention Legends penning their own deals to appear in rival games like the Wrestling Code. Up next, we have a teaser for what 2K are working on for the next-gen version of WWE 2K, whether that be WWE 2K22 or more likely 2K23, as Visual Concepts have posted a new job listing looking for a software engineer to work on the WWE 2K series. The job listing is the first confirmation that 2K are working on a next-gen version of the series, as so far all reveals have been tagged PS4 and Xbox One, with WWE Games executive producer Patrick Gilmore noting in last year's Reddit AMA that his plan was to focus on the current generation of consoles before then later making the jump to next-gen. New information that we can take from the job listing includes a note that 2K have big plans for the next generation of visual realism at 60 frames per second. Whilst the news of the game running at 60 FPS doesn't sound particularly groundbreaking, it is something that will make a big difference to the game going forward, as previous animations such as entrances have always been capped at 30 frames per second, therefore the jump to 60 FPS should lead to much smoother and more realistic animations in general, and also get rid of problems like this, where moves capped at 60 frames per second appear to be sped up when they're imported into the old engine, which is running at 30 frames a second. Other advantages of the game switching to 60 FPS mean that it should become a lot more responsive to controls, giving the player a much smoother lag-free experience. As for anything else to take from the listing, the list of tasks that the position involves does note work on various ways to improve the look of characters and visual effects, as well as ways of previewing and troubleshooting the visual look of player-created characters, which is hopefully something that leads to more realistic creations so that they stay on par with those in-game models. If you're interested in reading the full listing, or if you fancy applying for the role, then I'll leave a link to this and the other listings for visual concepts in the video description. Before we move on, let me take a moment to tell you about today's sponsor, the Ridge. Unlike traditional wallets, which are large and bulky, the Ridge wallet has a modern, sleek design that doesn't stick out in your pocket. Depending on your preference, there's a ton of colours and materials that you can choose from, including titanium, aluminium, and my personal favourite, the carbon fibre Ridge, which is the one that I use. In a world where everything is digital and cash is an afterthought, the Ridge provides storage for up to 12 cards, whilst also offering RFID blocking technology to keep your cards safe from digital pickpockets. For those carrying cash, the Ridge also comes with the option of a cash strap or a cash clip, allowing you to safely store banknotes. If you want to pick one up either for yourself or as a present for a friend, then you can head over to ridge.com/Smacktalks, where you can save yourself 10% and get free worldwide shipping and returns if you use the voucher code Smacktalks. Finally for today, we're just one day away from WWE's first pay-per-view of 2022, as WWE Day 1 is set to take place on January 1st, which is when a lot of the community is speculating that we could see the first big WWE 2K22 reveal take place, as previous reveals have dropped during pay-per-views like WrestleMania and SummerSlam. Whether that'll be the case with Day 1 is something that we'll obviously have to wait and see, although I don't think that we'll see anything shown until later in the month, as I would imagine that 2K will hold off any reveal until the Royal Rumble, which takes place on January 30. Whilst that may sound disappointing, the reason I say that comes down to a lot of different factors, none more so than the Royal Rumble being one of the big 4 pay-per-views, as it will obviously have a lot more eyes on it, which really allow 2K to maximise that exposure. Taking place later in the month, it also allows 2K the opportunity to hype up the announcement and tease things in advance, which is something that they can't really do with Day 1, as the majority of staff will be off on holiday during the Christmas period. So I don't want to dampen too many spirits, but I wouldn't get your hopes up too much for a reveal on January 1st. I do think it will be a lot later in the month at the Royal Rumble, but I could be wrong. Maybe we'll get a surprise and a load of info to kick off the new year. Anyway guys, that's the latest that I have for you on WWE 2K22. I know it's not a lot, but like I say, we should have a ton more information coming in the next few weeks. So if you haven't already and you want to stay up to date with all the new reveals, please do hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out on future videos. Until next time though, thank you so much for watching, have yourself an awesome new year, and I'll catch you in 2022.